Alright, I'm back again for another video. This time I'm here to do the Q&A video that I promised you. It's going to be done earlier because with the family being here and they might get all noisy and stuff. So I'm going to do it, I'm going to film it today and post it as soon as I can, which probably will be today. Anyway, I'm going to start things off with questions from Alex Panther. His first question is, do you have all three Smash Bros. Games? If so, which one do you like the most? I do not have any of the Super Smash Bros. Games, but I've played the first one, and I think I've played Melee. But I have not played Brawl. But I think I'd say probably the original Super Smash Bros. Game is probably the best, if you ask me. His second question is, have you ever heard of Whammy, the all-new Press You Like? Yes, I have. I used to watch that all the time. That was the very first ever Todd Newton game show I've ever seen. And his last question is, are you a SpongeBob fan? If so, who's your favorite character from SpongeBob? Yes, I am an avid SpongeBob fan. And actually, SpongeBob is on right now, even though you cannot hear my TV. But anyway, I think my favorite character could be SpongeBob himself. Either that or Patrick Star, even though he is a pretty stupid character. Alright, now let's go over to A-Pizzle 90s questions. His first question is, do you have an iPod? And if so, what is your most played song? I do not necessarily have an iPod per se, but I do have an MP3 player. And I also have a PSP that has music on it. And I do not know what my most played song is. I'll have to check. What is your dream car? I can't really say for sure what that is. But I guess anything from the 2000s or 2010s era would probably be a good car for me. And as long as it's not a short car either, because I'm pretty tall. Anyway, what is your favorite sport? That's his next question. I do not follow sports that much, but probably basketball. And swimming. Not on a team, but just for fun. What is your favorite football team? I do not have a favorite football team. What is your favorite basketball team? I do not have a favorite basketball team either. And what is your favorite baseball team? Do not have one for that either. Do you like wrestling? And if so, who is your favorite wrestler? I'm not a big wrestling fan, but maybe Triple H could be my favorite wrestler, maybe. What kind of music do you listen to? I listen to rock and stuff. I like a lot of rock and roll music. That's what I mostly like. Have you ever been to Florida? Yes, I have, actually. I've been to Orlando, Florida once, and then I think I've been to Florida another time. And those both for vacations, obviously. His next question is, have you ever been outside of the United States? Unfortunately, no, I've never been outside the U.S., but if I wanted to go outside of the U.S., I'd probably go to England. Because I love their accent, and some of their game shows are good too, especially All-Star Family Fortunes. What do you like to do in your spare time? I like to play video games, watch TV, listen to music, etc., etc. Now let's go over to Matthew V21688's questions. His first one is, are you a Power Rangers fan? If so, who is your favorite Ranger or Rangers and seasons? Honestly, no, I do not watch Power Rangers, but maybe Kimmy could be my favorite Ranger just because she's so cute. What are your top 10 of my favorite videos so far, is what he asked next. It's hard to say. I mean, There's just you do some good videos. Are you a fan of basketball? If so, do you prefer college or NBA? I don't really watch basketball that much. I actually hate, and I especially hate it whenever they air any sports game or anything else over a show that I plan to watch. I really hate that. I do not, and plus, and of course, I do not know what I prefer between college or NBA basketball, but his last question is: Have you ever, or have you always wanted to visit Hawaii? Why or why not? I think it'd be pretty nice because of all the scenery and stuff. So I think it'd be nice to go to Hawaii. Now let's go over to Edward Shipman's questions. He has two of them. His first one is, what is your favorite restaurant? I've been eating at Wendy's a lot lately, so I'd say maybe Wendy's. And yes, it's because of Morgan Smith Goodwin, alright? Yeah, I cannot help. I cannot help but think she's so cute, you know? I just really like a lot of cute girls. Hmm. His second question is, do you like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. My favorite character, of course, is probably Will. Now let's go over to Pepsi 9072. He has three questions, and his first one is, what do you think is the biggest mistake YouTube has done? Probably with this new layout. I mean, I've gotten used to it now, but I don't like how they changed everything with all their stuff they do. Have you ever tried iMovie before? No, I never even heard of it. And his last question is, what is your favorite YouTube user of all time? I got a lot of favorites. I got LeeSfan18. I got Aubrey S1987 TV Studios. The James Nintendo Nerd. Booger Boy Meister, although he doesn't do videos anymore. But his account is still up, so. Now we go over to the Flickr98. His first question is, what is your favorite 90s Nicktoon, live action, or game show Nickelodeon shows? For live action, I cannot say, but as for the Nicktoons, it's definitely Rugrats. And the game shows has got to be Legends of the Hidden Temple, because I remember I always used to watch the crap out of that all the time. His second question is, do you enjoy the Three Stooges? No, I really don't. I don't watch the Three Stooges. But I probably should. Are you interested in sports? If so, which one is your favorite? I'm not a big sports fan, but like I said earlier, basketball is probably could be my favorite. For playing, anyway. Do you prefer Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy better? It's gotta be Wheel of Fortune, because it's much easier if you ask me. Plus, on that show, you can now win $1,000,000, and you cannot do that on Jeopardy. Unless you're, in this very special tournament. What do you do with your friends? I just talk with them, you know. I just talk to people on Skype and and talk to my friends outside of Skype and YouTube and Facebook. Have you ever been to Disney World? If so, what was your favorite? I've never been to Disney World. I probably wouldn't want to go there either because I heard it sucks unless you're 9 years old. Do you like the Beatles? If so, what is your favorite Beatles song and favorite Beatle member? I am not a big fan of the Beatles, but I'd say probably Yellow Submarine was probably my favorite to listen to back then. And I cannot say who my favorite Beatle member is. It could be Paul McCartney, really, or maybe John Lennon. What is your favorite classic TV show? If you're talking about like shows from TV Land, I don't watch those, but back then I did always used to watch the Brady Bunch on Nick at Night. His next question is, what is your favorite video game? Definitely Super Mario Brothers 3, because it's a classic for me, even though I haven't played it in so long, but I still enjoy it to this day. Do you like my videos? I do like your videos from what I've seen. I know you did a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts, which from what I saw I did enjoy. Who is your favorite user on YouTube? Like I said, Mark, Aubrey, AVGN, Booger Boy Meister, Rodney, even. There's a lot of them out there. Who do you think is the worst troll ever on YouTube? I can't say for sure who the worst troll is. I hear the phone ringing, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Now let's go over to NWB 1989's questions. What is your favorite childhood memory? I'll say when I got the PS2 for Christmas back in 2002, and then next would be the GameCube when I got that in 2003 for Christmas that year. What is your favorite PC game that's not game show based? I don't play PC games that much, really. That are not game show based anyway. Uh, so maybe but for that one, maybe I could say Toy Story 2, maybe. What is your most or least favorite movie of all time? One of my all-time favorites is definitely Billy Madison. For my least favorites, I do not remember really seeing it, but I'll say it anyway. A Bug's Life. Now let's go over to I am John Porter 67. He's got 4 questions, it looks like. What is the very first ever game you got for the PS2? I actually got 2 PS2 games at one time for Christmas back in 2002. And those 2 games were Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights and Rugrats Royal Ransom. Would you ever consider visiting Los Angeles, California? Probably, even though I know there's a lot of crime rate and stuff over there. What is your favorite game on the PS2? Well, recently I just got Castlevania Curse of Darkness, so I could say that. But I really don't know. What game did you get after your Nintendo... What game did you get after you got your Nintendo Wii? I think if by that you mean what games what was the very first game I ever got for my Nintendo Wii? Well, obviously Wii Sports, that came with it, but besides that, maybe I'll say what did I get with it? No, I cannot remember. I kind of want to say Super Mario Galaxy, but no, that came after I got my second Wii. I cannot remember. What? Now we go over to Francis Jariam. I think that's how you pronounce it. What's your favorite? He's got 3 questions, by the way. What's your favorite PS2 game? Like I said, it could be. I think it could be Castlevania: Curse of Darkness, which I just, like I said, I got that last Wednesday. What's your favorite game show from television? If by that you mean my favorite game show of all time, it's Family Feud, definitely. Especially with Steve Harvey now as the host. What game did you play for the first time? I would say it was Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. I think that was the very first ever game I played my entire life. Now I go over to Two Man 9009. Do you like the sitcom The Big Bang Theory? I don't watch sitcoms, so no, I don't. Do you like the Harry Potter series? I don't recall ever reading any of the Harry Potter books, but I know I've seen a few of the Harry Potter movies. I did used to have the Chamber of Secrets, and I also watched some of Sorcerer's Stone. I think I saw Prince of Azkaban or something. Was that? I forget, but I did see some Harry Potter movies. So I guess I kind of do in terms of the movies, but the books probably not. What is your favorite MLB team? I do not watch baseball, so I do not. I would not answer. I would not be able to answer that. By the way, sorry if I read these questions twice. It's just a glitch here with YouTube. Matthew B288 already answered his. Now we go over to Brendan Martin, aka Brandon 91724 or 274. I think I always get that mixed up. But he asks, he's got 4 questions. What is your favorite game show? Family Feud, of course, like I said. What is your favorite NES game? Super Mario Bros. 3. What is your favorite game show? Wii game? Wheel of Fortune, definitely. And what is your healthy food? I think he asked what is my favorite healthy food. So I'll say that with either a banana or apple. Now we go over to Leafs Fan 18's questions. Which he asks, what was the very first ever video game console you ever got? That's his first questions out of 5. I want to say Super Nintendo, because I think that actually came, I think my mom actually got that before I was born. So I'll say Super Nintendo. What was the very first video game you ever got? Well, with the Super Nintendo came with Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario All-Star, so I'll say those 2. Do you like the Wii or PS3 version of Wheel of Fortune better? I say PS3 version is definitely better, if you ask me. But the Wii version is still good. Would you ever consider visiting Canada? I'd say so, but I probably would not want to go to your house because of because of all the stuff that happens with you and your family. Not that I have anything against you or anything, but I probably shouldn't say this. But I really don't like your parents, especially your mother. Anyways, last question. What is your favorite video game of all time? I said that earlier, and that's Super Mario Bros. 3. And StewartMan12698 is back. Did have some questions on here, but since he closed his channel, I obviously cannot read them. So his questions are gonna have to be thrown out. So I'll answer. So the last one I'll answer is David9788, which he has 3 questions for me. His first one is, what is your favorite Crash Bandicoot game? I'll say Cortex Strikes Back. Number 2, what's your favorite Nintendo 64 game? Definitely Conker's Bad Fur Day, because I love the animation. I love the acting and stuff there, and I love how funny the game is. And his third question is, which Wheel of Fortune game is your favorite? I'll say the PlayStation 3 version. And that's going to do it for this Q&A video. I'll see you guys for the next video.